Hi everybody, welcome in. This is a twin flame weekly reading, weekly energy reading, tapping into the energy of the collective. Let's see what's going on in the collective for twin flame. What is the story that wants to come through right now? So let's see. Gonna do divine feminine over here, divine masculine over here, and then the connection. All right, if you watched my videos over the weekend about North Node, what is your karmic path? We are doing a Q&A session tonight. If you want to jump on that, there's still some space available, I believe. So jump on that. Let's see where we go. All right, the link is below. Bloom where you are planted. Your lighthouse guide guides you home to the stars. That came up the other day. Bloom came up this morning. Each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. This is a really challenging energy, I think, because we step into our egos, which, you know, we can say ego is a bad word, but it's really just who we believe we are. And every time you elevate your consciousness, you're being charged with kind of dispelling or releasing who you used to be in order to get into higher consciousness. So sometimes we have, I don't know if it's fear, but there's this feeling of, when I get into my higher consciousness, I'm just going to be the same person, but you're not. You're really releasing and letting go of who you thought you were and embracing a new energy, all right? A completely new energy. And that can be a little challenging. So for as much as everyone's like, woo, how do I ascend faster and everything? It really does take a while to assimilate a new energy that you've leveled up into. And sometimes it can even create fear. It can create sort of like this, not dissociative, but this like a feeling of I'm not connected to anything. You can feel, you know, lonely. And a lot of people run back into their old energy because it feels familiar, okay? So let me look at divine feminine here. What's going on for you? This can also be, think about it this way, this reading can be about your divine feminine, your divine masculine internally. It doesn't have to be two people. All right. Page of Swords underneath for divine feminine, showing up as the 9 of Cups. I like that. How you're looking at the connection right now. Page of Cups. A lot of page energy today showing up. The universe is saying it's time to transform. All right, to divine feminine. I'll talk you through this. What's subconscious? You have more power than you think, my darling. More power than you think. Devil energy, temperance energy, 5 of Swords. Wow. So some of you are in a good place on your own. Some of you, this is likely a connection that is not in union right now. And some of you are going it alone, doing your work, loving your life, or building your life. There is a small hello from the twin, all right? And that triggers all kinds of feelings of toxicity, manipulation. All of a sudden, those feelings get triggered because the twin shows up. All right, so let's look at the divine masculine. Because we are in Venus retrograde until the end of January. So I feel like some of you are going to have a reconnection with the twin. A very small, little, like an email or something on social media. Very small. Underneath for the divine masculine, 5 of Wands. The masculine is seeing this as a new beginning, a new day. That's what the energy they're in. So they're like walking directly toward the divine feminine. How the masculine is seeing the connection, it's inevitable. It's a destined, fated thing. The 5 of Wands, they have been resisting it, okay, but they're ready to jump in right now. Gosh, 7 of Wands. You've got 5 of Wands and 7 of Wands, the 2 resistance cards, and then you have the Fool, which is like taking a leap of faith, the Wheel of Fortune. Your destiny is moving you forward. So much resistance from the masculine for moving forward. Queen of Pentacles. There's resistance to moving forward, to jumping in because of comfort level. All right, they're afraid of losing their creature comforts or something like that. Hanged Man, 4 of Wands, Ace of Wands. So how this is playing out is the masculine is needing to see this connection from a new perspective. They're needing to see that this is an opportunity. So look, the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands, that's the Five of Wands, right? But this is really about igniting the passion. It's about, it's almost like the Four of Wands are like creating structure here, 1111, and the Ace of Wands are inspiring the masculine to move forward, inspiring them. The masculine might be resisting any kind of movement because of how they're looking at the connection. They're afraid of losing their creature comforts, afraid of losing someone who's taking care of them, or afraid of losing money, stature, stability, whatever it is. But they are now inspired. When they look at this connection from a different angle, they're now inspired by it. Okay? The feminine is sitting in this energy of, I'm doing great, I'm working through my stuff, I'm overcoming my demons or anything like that. And the trigger when this person, this masculine, shows up again, Page of Cups, making a small offer, of seeing it as toxic or manipulative. Okay? The feminine needs to see the connection as a possibility of something new showing up and not being so resistant. Both are resistant right now. Both are resistant. All right? So what's the energy of the connection? Page of Swords, Two of Swords, Three of Pentacles, World. All right? So we're coming to the close. We're coming to the end of these little messages coming through social media or coming through email. We're coming, if you're on your own, if this is your own masculine and feminine, we're coming to the close of things being small, of the messages being small, or of the steps taken forward being small. We're coming to the close of that. And I feel like what's happening now is both the masculine and feminine are having to release whatever resistance they have. The feminine has resistance because they believe the masculine is toxic or manipulative. This can be a mirror to the feminine to work on whatever toxic or manipulative behaviors they have, whatever they're doing in their life that is, toxic or manipulative, whatever other relationships, not just the masculine, other relationships that are toxic and manipulative, those things need to go. That's what's being shown. It's like a mirror being shown up to you for transformation, for divine feminine. The masculine is wanting to jump into the new fray and resistant based on money, resistant based on loss of income or loss of reliable stability. So it's almost like the feminine here is the Scorpio energy of the North Node, South Node. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to explore this. The feminine is coming through as the Scorpio energy, which is the transformative change. I want change. I want things to accelerate. I want things to move forward. I want to really launch into my spiritual path and get more messages and all of that. The masculine is more the Taurus energy. The masculine is more like, I'm seeking stability and structure. And how can I do that if I'm resisting change? Okay, so there's definitely here, I'm going to read this to you. This is an 11 card also. We have this Four of Wands, which is 1111. You see them? I don't just say this randomly. You see the two poles on each side? 1111. Okay? And that's not my idea. That's something that is kind of a thing in tarot decks when you look at them. Each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. The masculine and feminine both need to give up on what they think is stable. The masculine needs to give up on what they think is stable. It's actually the opposite. It's holding them back. The feminine needs to give up on resisting change in this way, or resisting transformation based on the belief that certain things are toxic. They need to overcome those things in themselves. Okay, they need to overcome. Wow, this is kind of fascinating, the Taurus and Scorpio energy here. I do see a lot of different energies here. I see Scorpio and I see Taurus here, but I also see Capricorn and Sag, Pisces, Leo. Okay, so I'll look at all those in the extended, but let me read this to you first. This 11 card. Each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. Like I said, and it's an 11 card. At this threshold you have now come to, you must give up what you thought you were so you can move into who you truly are. Each and every turn on the evolutionary spiral requires you to fully step into another level of creation and usher in what's next. A step on the spiral might sometimes feel like a step backward, but there is only perfect progress in your pathless path as you surrender. The Hanged Man, surrender. Your identity is so deeply rooted in your roles, your car, your place in society, your bank account, your profession, all of it. It's time to shed your skin. Each turn has its own perils and rewards, both easier and harder every time. Harder to give up what came before, but easier because you know what's coming, your next leap into the galactic emergence. Here's your journal prompt. What is the deepest identity I'm scared to give up? What do you believe about yourself to be true that you're afraid of giving up? That's what's happening with the feminine energy and with the masculine energy. And that's why things appear stuck right now, or appear to be, no talkie, no communication. I'm blocking all of you. I'm blocking you, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. Part of this situation is showing a mirror to you, reflecting a mirror to you of what's the mission. Three of Pentacles. What's the mission we have together? Some of you come to my twin flame classes and other kind of classes that I teach, especially the spiritual path class later this month, and are like, what's my mission? What's my path? Some of it is being reflected to you right now in what I've just been saying about change and stability. Some of it is being reflected to you and you're like, yeah, that can't be the right path. Some of you, I definitely have heard that from some of you, like, yeah, that's not the right path. I'm talking about becoming a shaman, or I'm talking about becoming this, but this is the work. This is the work and the portal through which you get to the next level. That is the mission that's calling you, is to move away. The masculine is to move away from the fear, the resistance to moving forward because they fear loss of money, stability, security. The feminine energy is being asked to shift out of resistance to communication coming in. A lot of the feminine are, becoming their own, but they still need to usher in their masculine energy. And some of the masculine energy they might feel is toxic or manipulative. It's time to shift out of that and see the bright energy, see the positive energy. The devil energy here, Capricorn energy, sorry, missed Capricorn Sag here. Capricorn energy is about, it's Saturn. It is the energy about putting in the time and effort. Some of us can feel restricted by that, but that's what's being asked of you, and not see it as toxic, see it as the mission, the work that's being laid out for you. Some of us seeing this Five of Swords think other people is manipulative. People can be manipulative, but do you have to be manipulated by that? No. So don't be afraid of it. You see right through them. That's part of opening up to spiritual path. You see right through this nonsense, okay? All right, I'm going to continue on. There's a lot of signs here. Scorpio, Leo, Capricorn, Sag, Taurus, Pisces. Okay, but look at all of those. If you are those signs or you are dealing with one of those signs, I'm going to explore that more deeply in the extended. All right, so if you want to continue on, the link is below. If you're part of our Twin Flame group, the rest of the reading starts right now.